17th team meeting, last one of the year. Didn't feel like a lot of you guys would do a team meeting on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to be in Northern California anyway. And then the week after, same kind of deal, New Year's Eve. Didn't figure a lot wanted to spend stuff doing there here. So this will be the last one for 2024. So thank you guys for coming in and bringing your cookies, and you guys participating in the ugly sweater competition. I don't really see ugly sweaters that are out there, right? That's cute. That's cute, right? Why I haven't been, or I'm not wearing sweaters. I don't own any Christmas. We got the winner right there. Right? I think we got the winner. Awesome. It's the Grinch. Who is this? Right? Everybody knows the Grinch. He has to throw some holiday salt on our face. Again, thank you guys for popping in. Let's get going with this, Daniel, so we can spend more time eating cookies. Tell us something good. What's something good that's happening in your guys' lives, business? Doesn't really matter. It's always great to be, celebratory of the things that are going on with us right now.
Just want to do a quick shout out to everyone that joined the holiday party last week. It was one of the best that I've ever had, and then thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you guys all that did come to the success. It was really nice getting to spend time with everybody, and then being able to connect with some of our sister offices and the agents, the great agents that they have there as well too. So it was a really big event. Yeah, now everybody has a common dislike for George. If you weren't there, George basically won pretty much everything, right? Yeah.
Daniel dancer.
Yeah, now that I can tell you guys right now, if you did not come to the holiday party, you guys missed out because Daniel was off the hook. Yeah. You can envision it. A big, massive dance floor with nothing but Daniel on it, busting his moves to get things started off for the evening, right? So that was really, really amazing. There are those in case you want to see it, but that was really, really great. And grateful to Daniel for that as well. It's not classified, it's public, right? Before we move on, right? I'm just grateful for all of you guys and the year that we've had, and looking forward to this next year as well too. I think it's going to be fun, and really excited to see everything that happens for you all in 2025. Okay, all right, Daniel. I just wanted to give a shout out to the local PV high school. They just won the state championship in football, right? And I wanted to use this also, to congratulate the PV high school football team, but guys an example as well too, is that you have clients that are parents that have kids that play football for PV High. This is probably an appropriate time to make a reach out or a connect to them, just congratulate them, because that's a pretty big achievement, being able to win the state championship. Remember, real estate is not just transactional relationship, building a personal relationship with people as well too. And please call to talk just about real estate. And that's where you kind of get the insurance guy that walks into a party and you like run away because you don't want to be cornered by them, right? We want to make sure that we're celebrating the things and the people important to us lives, and this is probably a big deal. Proud parent right now. So this is a really good touch point to just say, hey, you know what, Maureen, just wanted to give you a call that Johnny and the football team won the state championship. Must be super proud, and just wanted to say congratulations, right? And so that's another touch point that you guys can do if you do know somebody on the hill here whose child played for the football team. Okay. Congrats to the Sea King. That's Paige's alma mater as well too. So big deal. All right. Although they beat NorCal, so I got a little problem. All right, any needs, wants, coming soon listings, things like that. You got clients looking for stuff or looking for themselves too. Coming soon, needs or wants. You guys are easy in the last of the year. Actually, pretty busy to end the year here. Okay. Anybody on Zoom land that has a coming soon listing or something that they have a client looking for something specific? All right. One thing I want to bring up that I think is super important to this, we've been going over this in the last couple classes that I've been teaching, and I think it's an advantage for you guys as well too, is when you do have a buyer that you're working with on something, let everybody know what that actually is, because it helps you, I think, as a listing agent become a little bit more powerful. Because think about it, if I know every agent in the office what all the agents buyers are looking for, and go into a listing appointment and I can confidently tell the seller, hey, you know what? My team at the office has about 20 buyers that are looking for a house just that listing appointment, than just saying, hey, we're going to market it like everybody else, right? So please do share what your buyer wants are at the team is when you are working with the buyer, just so that we can help each other be more powerful. Okay. This happened last week, but this is the lead in because Daniel wanted to show a few great moments from the holiday gala, right? So this is the first batch. You might share more, and it's coming soon, right? All right. I don't think Daniel put a dancing video on there, although I have a video of that too. So I got it. All right. So some great pics. All right. Wait, that was the first batch. We got some more that we're going to be sharing as well too, especially the video of Dan, right? I don't think I caught a video of Steven doing some of the ballroom dancing that he does, but that was amazing too, right? So the quote for today is, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. We've had some similar topics up like this before, but what do you think this really means? Just again, getting out of your comfort zone, because if I am comfortable, then I am complacent, and if I am complacent, then I get in a state of stasis, and then I'm going to stay where I'm at. Grow, I have to kind of get outside of that, and by getting outside of that, then I become a little bit uncomfortable, and then that's where the growth happens. So we need to make sure that we're always kind of pushing ourselves a little bit more, making some of those extra calls, maybe doing some things that we aren't super comfortable doing, so that we have the opportunity to continue to keep growing. Because there's that famous saying that if you're not growing, you're dying. And I don't think anybody is wanting to be in a state where they're. Okay, cool.
Enjoy your guys.
A couple properties on the tour today, and so make sure that if you haven't seen any of these properties, that you go out and take a look. Again, we always want to support our agents, but it's important to go see all of the properties that are out there. That way, you're smart about the market, you're knowledgeable about the market, you've seen things in person, and which is really important. All right. And wanted to take this time to thank Michael Hawley. Michael is really great. He's been here before. He's going to talk a little bit about some of the services that can benefit you. And Michael is also one of us because he's an agent in the South Bay well too. So really great reason to support. Okay. Yeah.
I have an active license.
People at home need to hear you.
People at home want to hear me. I have an active license. I have no active listings. All I did was purchase my own house this year. And somehow I ended up on the top 12 list. I don't know how that happened. So yeah. So for those who don't know, I own a real estate media company. And basically my elevator pitch, if you will, is that I've been 14. But I'm not active, but I can bring something different that other photographers. I know real estate. I know what you guys go through. And as such, when I built my business, I built it with the agent in mind. So I have packages starting at $147 for photos. That's the smallest one. It's probably only going to work for a 1-bedroom condo, but there are some of those around here. And then it goes up from there. I do 24 hours from your appointment for delivery because I know that you got a call yesterday that somebody wanted to sell and you need to get on the market, and MLS tour is on Thursday, so you need your photos right away. So 24 hours after your appointment, you have your photos, and I can bring a unique perspective. I can help you guys out with, well, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? The thing I'm seeing the most is video. Everything that I'm a part of is agents on video, agents that are just killing it. They're agents who their sole business is video on social media. And so one of my goals is to help agents get better at being on video. And I don't know any of you, but 99% of the agents are god awful. For you all, my girlfriend is a professional actress. And so if you want to be better on camera, I can set up packages where you can get professional stage presence, help you on camera. And if you think of all the real estate agents that you do follow on social medias, and you're like, God, they're just natural on camera. They're not. They were terrible on camera. They very small percentage of people who are naturally affluent being on camera. And so if that is something that you are interested in, building your business, being in front of the camera, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, I guess is going away in 2 days, so maybe not TikTok, Instagram, any of those mediums, I can definitely put together some kind of package to help you guys be better on camera. Other than that, that's kind of my whole. So are there any questions that you guys have, questions, concerns about media, not just photography, because let's be real, photography is kind of, it is what it is. It's the media that's going to make you stand out. Drone, Matterport tours. If you're anybody's Zillow Showcase or Zillow Plus agent here, I'm approved to do those as well. Matterport drone, virtual staging, twilight photos, fake twilight photos, which honestly don't do them. If you're going to get twilight photos, just get the real thing. They always look better. Any other questions? All right, cool. My number up there, I have a business card if you want it. I can give you one of those as well. Cool. And Daniel's goal is to try to get me here like 6 times a year. I told him nobody wants to see me that often. So maybe I'll be around more in 2025, but not 6 times. 7 times. Oh, really? Yeah, I go over there a lot. Any of the Minnie and Jennifer offices, I work with them quite a lot. Jennifer was my MCA and I was her Daniel when I first moved to LA, because I grew up in Dallas. So that's kind of how this all connects. So, and if any of you have read they still do the Red Book, right? The MRE. One of the first chapters that Gary Keller talks about is Ebby Halliday. I actually knew her. That's where I hung my license when I first got it. So she passed at 104 years old. So, but she was a family friend. So it's kind of how it all circles back to Keller Williams. So cool. Awesome. You're welcome. Sorry they're not cut. I assumed when you ordered bagels, they cut bagels. Today I learned. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I agree. Video, super incorporating that in your should. Engine in the world behind Google is what? YouTube, right? So when people are searching for things, they're searching Google and they're searching YouTube. And if you don't have a presence in both of those places, you're going to be missing out. So making sure that we have video is super important. I love the fact that Michael brought up that there's some ability through his company to be able to get some coaching to be on camera. So I think that really will help you guys stand out. I think another thing too, I don't have any dates on anything, but I think a class that I would really suggest for you guys when it comes up again in the area would be a train the presenter class that Keller Williams offers. That kind of leads into that. It's not a class necessarily on being in front of the camera, but it's a class on basically being able to be a better presenter. And how to carry yourself and how to have better presentations with our clients, how to particularly teach classes, things like that. Definitely, if you're somebody that does not like to get up in front of a room and you feel uncomfortable, that's a great class to helping you get of that comfort zone we talked a little bit about and doing something a little bit different and preparing yourself to be on camera or to be in front of people. So that's a great class. I'll look at some dates or to see if there's anything that's going to be popping up in the area in 2025. But if that's something you want to do as far as be in front of camera or learn how to better deliver presentations to people, definitely would recommend that class. Yeah, it's a great class. Okay, it's one of my favorites. All right, Daniel. Couple closings we want to celebrate. Sandra just had one in Harbor City. I know Sandra's here, but she's hard at work in her office. So congrats to Sandra. Rubina closed her great beach property in Hermosa. So congrats to Rubina. And then she had another closing in Torrance. So it was Rubina's month. Lauren had one in Lake Forest. And I believe Lauren's still in China, isn't she? So she's selling from all over the world, right? All right, so Young had one in Laguna Woods, so congrats to Young. And Yanjing had one in Rancho Santa Margarita, so congrats to Yanjing. Erica had one on Sepulveda in San Pedro, so congrats to her. And Yanjing had another one. This is the same one. Same one. There we go. I was going to say that one looks similar. Couple new listings that have popped up is we have Waterman Avenue in Palmdale listed by Darlene Paris. So if you have somebody that's looking in the Palmdale area, it's about just a little under 1,500 square feet for $475, which is price points that we don't typically see around here. So if you have clients leaving the area trying to get something a little bit more affordable, then reach out to Darlene. That was the only new listing for the week that popped up. A couple upcoming classes and events is we have the KW Commercial SoCal meeting. So if you're interested in commercial or learning a little bit about it, we do these sessions every week. They're going to talk about cost segregation. Actually, this is an old one, Daniel, because this is December 10th, right? But they do these every week. And then the South Association wanted us to put this up here. They have a lasso and lace, basically, thing coming up. It's going to honor the installation of 2025 President Jeanette Todrick and the board of directors for the South Bay Board. That will be on January 10th in Torrance. Cocktails, dinner program, and it looks like it's themed around country fair fun, and you get to do some line dancing. So, Dree, are you going to go give everybody line dancing lessons before this event? Well, you better learn, right? Well, I think what you should do is make a field trip. Find some sort of country bar. Is there a country bars in LA? All right. So find the country bars in LA and go line dancing with it. All right. Cowboy boots, line dancing, mechanical bulls, right? All the good stuff. All right. We do our Ed Days on every Wednesdays. This next Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we're not going to do a session, and the only reason we're not going to do a session is there is a KW luxury training session. It's happening in West LA that I'm going to be attending because I want to go get a lot of good information about the KW luxury brand and bring back to you guys. So we're going to pause tomorrow's Ed Day so that I can go learn and bring it back for you about what the top luxury agents are doing. So I'll be attending that tomorrow. So tomorrow there won't be any Ed Day. Okay. All right. family reunions coming up. Don't want to, kind of beat a dead horse on that stuff. We've been bringing this up a lot. But again, this is just a really great opportunity for you to go and learn what agents across the country are doing to help them sell lots of houses and have great years. In addition to that, we have the ability to meet a lot of other people in other areas where we could potentially get referrals from and be able to do business. I know a lot, like I've said before, that have been able to get the entire cost of their trips paid for them because they meet enough people at those trips to get a referral from that going on there. So there's a couple people actually that are a little super aggressive about it. There's this girl from Florida that dresses in this fishing outfit all the time, and she just walks around handing out like Swedish fish with her business on it to get referrals, right? And you laughed. Did you meet the Swedish fish girl? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. People wearing t-shirts with their QR codes on it and stuff like that. I think the cool one was when we did something one year, this guy from Vegas was handing out poker chips. So that was his business card. It had customized poker chips with his information on it. So I thought that was really, really cool. All right. So some really great stuff and like an opportunity to learn, grow, network. And really, I think one of the most powerful things in Keller Williams that a lot of people don't utilize sometimes is the vast network that we have. Because if somebody is doing something that you want to be doing and they're not doing it locally, somebody in Keller Williams land is. And we have, KW attracts people that like to learn and they like to grow. And the best thing about it is they like to share. And so we have lots of people in our organization that can help guide you if you just tap into the network. And this is a great way to tap into the network. Okay. All right. We do have our early birds every Tuesday morning. So if you feel so inclined to wake up early and come in before the team meeting, we do a little mastermind. Sometimes we do it when people show up, and then if people, that's fine. But at least I'm here early every Tuesday. So it's just some time, opportunity to learn, potentially get some one-on-one time if we don't have a big turnout. But I think what the idea behind that is a lot of people, one of the biggest challenges that I've come across in the years that I've been in leadership is talking to literally thousands of top agents, beginning agents, new agents across the company. I would say the number one challenge that agents have is converting leads. It's not leads itself, because there's lots of ways to get leads out there. It's how do we convert those? And that's what we do in that morning session, is just talk a little bit about how can we be converting at a higher rate, right? Because I'll tell you, good friend of mine, his team typically sells anywhere between 1,500 to 2,500 homes a year. Lot of houses, makes him top 1% in the world. But if you ask him what his number one challenge is, it's lead conversion. And you might sit there and say, how could a guy like that, his number one challenge be lead conversion? Is because they get a lot of leads, but he's leaving every year a lot of money on the table because they're not his team's not converting at the rate that they could be. So and that's really one of the biggest challenges that we have. So we focus in on Tuesday mornings. Okay. All right, football pool. Daniel, who do we got? Before we get into this, I'm a little like bummed out this morning. In a fantasy football league with some regional leaders for Keller Williams International. Last night, I lose the football game in the playoffs. So I lost my playoff game. Next week's the championship. So I lost in the semifinals by guess how many points? 0.84. So, yeah, I called Marty Miller last night and I said, I lost, but you owe me a beer because that sucks, right? All right. So football pool, the weekly winner is Michelle is going to become the George of our office, right? All right. George Duvall. There you go. So congrats, Michelle. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And like I said, it doesn't cost anything. And it makes you be a little bit, the thing I like about like this is it makes you be a little bit more tuned to what's going on with the football games too. right? Cool. So keep playing. Week 16 is coming up. Get your scorecard into Daniel by you have the Thursday games and then winning next week and getting a right. We have Brooks Power Hour that is coming tomorrow on the 19th. All new agents need to be in this session. In addition to that, it's not just for new agents, though. Brooks basically goes over a lot of the hot topics that are going on in real estate right now, and we just kind of mastermind around what are some of the things, strategies that we could be doing or implementing to help us around some of those things. And so that starts at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thursday. Yeah, I forget. I got my days mixed up. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Love that. Brooke is right. I mean, that's one of the sayings that we have at Keller Williams is that if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. So we need to be making sure that we are time blocking so that we can get things done and be a little bit, I think that's the theme of 2025 that all of you guys should, kind of like participate in. And if I was going to sit there and say, kind of like just a market center theme, and that's kind of what I'm going with, is we always talk at KW about moving from E to P. What does that mean? So what does that actually mean? It's part of it, right? That's definitely part of it. What else?
Like, you have more of a purpose of what you're doing instead of that creative winging.
Right, because is everybody in this room entrepreneurial? Yeah, everybody in this room's entrepreneurial or you wouldn't be here, right? Because you're business owners. And the thing is, though, is that being entrepreneurial only takes you so far. It's we got to get that laser focus and become purposeful to really get what we want. And so I think that's kind of the theme for us for the Market Center for 2025 is to become more purposeful and go from E to P. And I think that that's something that should be a theme for a lot of you guys as well, too, because not all of you guys, but for a lot of you, are we really crystal clear on the goals that we have? Are we really crystal clear on the things that we need to prioritize to get those? Are we really crystal clear on an action plan that basically includes actual action that we take to get what we want? Because you guys can have businesses you want, every one of you guys. Things, and then we have to do the work once we have the. But I know where we get into the weeds a lot of times is we're like randomly do all kinds of things, and all that does is make you work a little bit more frazzled and things like that. So I think that if we can all commit to becoming a little bit more purposeful and really understanding what we need to actually do and have an actual action plan, and we can then time block those things on our calendar, then you guys are all going to be kind of like, I'm going to steal a line from Brooke, that'll be your stick of dynamite that will really make things explode for you guys. So I can't strongly encourage you guys enough to come to this so that you guys can get some actual strategy on how to really set up a strong start to 2025. Okay. And again, this is not just for new agents, this is for everybody, because I can tell you if somebody's teaching me something on how to make my business better. I've been in the business 21 years. I'm still going to go to that stuff because I know that I don't know everything. And I know that some people, and even if I do know the stuff, I know that I might get some ideas that are going to make myself better. And I think that's one of the great things about why everybody's at Keller Williams is that, hey, learning, training, development is important to you. That's why you're here. And that's one of the things that we're, really, really going to focus in on for the next year. Okay, thanks, Brooke. In addition to the power hour afterwards, we will be doing our happy hour this month. Don't show up to the Red Onion because normally it's the Red Onion every single month. This month we're making a switch. We're going to the Peninsula Tap House because our agent Robert Winning is the owner of the Peninsula Tap House. So we want to support Robert. And so we're gonna head down there this month for that. Robert texted me this morning saying that he wishes he could have been here today, but he's really, really sick and wants to make sure he's well for the next 2 days. And then I also am going to read him a quick note that I to share with you guys. So basically, I wanted to make these announcements because this might entice you guys to actually come to the session today. So yeah, so he says, I won't read the whole thing about him not being sick, but he says, please remind everybody about this Thursday at the Tap House. We are looking forward to hosting the KWPV team. The first round is on Robert. So first round is on Robert, right? And then we are looking, and so he said, the first round's on me, plus we still have the toy drive because the Tap House is doing a toy drive as well too, where they're going to give a beer for a penny. So you can get the first round on Robert, and if you bring a toy for the toy drive, then you can get a beer for your second round for 1 cent. So again, the Tap House will be, and that's what he even said. You can get 2 beers for a penny. So really a great opportunity to hang out with everybody, get to know some of your fellow agents maybe a little bit better. Last one we did was a lot of fun, and each month it's growing and growing and growing and getting bigger. And so would love to see you guys all there. Bring a toy, get 2 beers for a penny. Can't really. If you want to know where the Tap House is, it's in the Golden Cove Shopping Center. It's on the other side of where Trader Joe's is at, kind of tucked in a little corner back in the back there. Yeah, and then I don't know if we'll have it next Thursday, but I know that they have big screen TVs in there. So if you want to watch the football games, sometimes they have live music there as far as that goes. It's a really cool place. Right, Daniel? Daniel's been there. Okay. And the food's really, if any of you guys have had Robert's food, the food's really good, right? I'm sure they have all kinds of stuff there. Yeah. So yeah, his sliders are amazing, right? Yeah. Okay. KW career night. We have a career night. Actually, it says Thursday, but we need to change that because we're not doing it on Thursday. So we are actually doing a career night, and this will be on Zoom tomorrow. And so we will get the QR code out for you guys if you guys have some people that are looking into the. Yeah. Yeah, so I just think that the date wrong because it says 17th. Tomorrow's the 18th. So I don't know why it says Thursday. I must have did a typo when we were doing that. But it'll be it'll be the QR code we always use. But I'll have to make sure Daniel sends the QR code out today. Okay?
Fully on Zoom.
This one's just going to be fully on Zoom. So I understand this month it's a little bit hectic because people are in holiday mode. So I just want to make it easy for people. Again, just wanted to bring this up. If you do have agents that you know that want to either get into the business or are looking potentially for a new home next year, you can have them go to this website and they can fill out a little form, drops their information directly in command, and then that will notify me to reach out to them. So this is the easiest, quickest way to get people connected. Okay. All right, this looks like a completely gray slide. And that is because we have Promenade Escrow. So I'm not going to read through all the names because they did this last week, but Promenade wanted to wish you guys a great holiday season for the year. And they wanted to give a shout out, which they did last week on all the people that supported them this past year. And they actually gave them a really great gift of some wreaths for the event as well too. Okay. All right, so we have title tips with,
Let's skip that one.
we're supposed to skip this one? So we're not getting title tips with Grant today. Okay. We got Dustin. Welcome back, Dustin. We really missed you and appreciate you, my man. I don't mind like super hugging you and all that other kind of stuff, but it might be a little bit more comfortable.
Here we go. Grant is supposed to be standing up here today, but I asked if I could take his place just for today. In the next slide, does it come up? Okay, so I'm not looking at it on purpose. I just want to say thank you to all of you, whether you were able to make it to the celebration of life or all of the messages and the emails and the phone calls. It's a challenging time. It's a new place. So I have this up here for a reason. Two things. One, a lot of you ask how I'm doing or how my family's doing. You kind of all know the answer to that, right? But how I can tell you that you know the answer to it, but what you're really looking for is assurance that I'm not in the fetal position and crying in a shower. And I'm not doing that. And neither is anyone in my family. We have huge support systems in place, from my LA crew to my Ladera Ranch family. There's teal ribbons around every tree for a 2-mile radius around my house. I get up every day, I shave and I take a shower. When this all first unwound, to be honest, I didn't want to do that. I'd rather just wear my emotions. But Paige, my daughter, who you can see, hated my scruff. It was too rough against her. She always complained. So one of the things I'm honoring her with is shaving every day. And I am in the middle of contractions and expansions of my emotions. There's only so much I can take on either side. Every day is a new day. And what I'm experiencing right now, the journey that I'm in, is just finding what the new me is in a world that's unfamiliar without Paige. So the other reason why I have her up here, not to make you guys cry or anything, is when I've been working with you guys, I don't actually know for how long now, 5 years? I think it'll be 5 or it'll be 6 in May of next year. And my existential purpose, the bedrock of everything that I do, starts with my kids. They are my existential purpose, like deep down in the rocks, in the mud, underneath the streams, underneath the roaring of, life as it comes. And how I take care of them is by making sure that I take care of you. And so I invite you to consider, as you're planning your learning, your identities and your strategies and all these things we're going to be doing together in 2025, what is the undertone for why you want to do any of that? And remember it every day when you get out of bed. It'll help you. It's helped me throughout my career. And I also just wanted to share this with you guys because, again, it's like, oh, Dustin, I know you don't think of me as damaged goods. I am damaged goods right now, but every day I'm working towards the expansion, also with not expanding too much and not contracting too much. And whatever my new norm is, I will find it in the new year. And I look forward to continuing to contribute to all of your successes and helping you and your businesses grow so that you can take care of your existential purpose. Okay? So, in the next slide, so I can turn around and look, I'm just looking at a reflection in the microwave. Thanks. So these are questions that are most popular in the holiday season. When will mortgages come down? So in the next slide, you could put it there. I could tell you guys, it's like, the Feds, they're meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow is when there will be a decision to decrease the federal funds rate by another 0.25%. And I've educated you all over the years that when the Feds decrease the federal funds rate, does that mean their interest rates for mortgages come down? No, in fact, they are just like the tide, increasing ever so slightly, and it's been pretty constrictive as of late. But I do believe that, as Mark Twain says it best, history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And so this is on a quarter over quarter for 2025, Fannie Mae, Mortgage Bankers Association, Wells Fargo, and then the average of all three, where we anticipate rates to come down. You can see the trend, right? They'll be coming down. So, do people want to wait? Covered this in previous, guys. Do you want to wait for rates to come down? No. What's the horrible saying that everyone knows? Marry the house, date the rate, and divorce the rent. That's right. Because we will set up a strategy session with your clients to refinance them into a lower interest rate environment when it presents itself. We'll already have the strike rate set up and everything. So in the next slide, what will it take for prices to come down? Okay, next. They're forecasted to go up next year. Anyone want to take the most immediate guess as to why? It is inventory and rates. Rates is the primary function for it, because for every 1% that interest rates decrease, you guys, how many more people can qualify for the purchase of a house? 5 million. which equates to $60,000 to $75,000 in added purchasing power. So as rates come down by another percentage point during the next calendar year, that's why you're going to see prices increase. When you say access, what do you mean? Oh, percentage. Sorry. Home prices going up, the 2.5%. Oh, you don't see the bottom. Sorry. Let's just zoom. Yeah. If any of you want these slides, email Daniel. He has the PowerPoint. This is going to be the year over year, and then this will tell you who the forecaster is at the bottom. But overall, you get the theme, and there we're missing two. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so in the next slide, what will I be able to find a home if I move? To John's comment earlier, and the next slide, this is inventory, I believe. Yes, so more houses are coming onto the market, and this is all because this has been converted to Google presentation. If you see the PowerPoint, when you ask Daniel for it, it'll have the month and the year, but it basically still gets across the point, which is, as a visual, you can see that there's going to be more houses coming into the market. It's already happening right now. And into the next slide, the final question, will the housing market pick up next year? Yes, it will. Transactions nationally in the next show that we are have 5.2 million transactions next year. And the expectation to complete this year is at 4.6 million. So, any rate, any questions with that? Okay, those are the most popular questions we're seeing in the holiday season. If you email Daniel or text Daniel, he'll email you the PowerPoint. Sorry to put you on the spot. Perfect. He's more accountable than I am today for that. And if you need anything, you guys always know, where am I? I'm as far away from you as, that's right. So thank you for everyone, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so more houses to sell, which is good news, right? Yeah, let's skip over that step. Oh, Paige. You got Paige here. We can't forget Paige.
This is your last reminder that if you need to update your address for 1099s, I'll email you because you say you keep forgetting. Either update it in command or shoot me an email or give me a call and I can update it for you.
Now, some of you guys may be the address can't find. They'll find you. So make sure